There was going to be a demonstration, and we are giving the governor of those state 96 hours to ask to reverse this decision to make it mandatory for the July 30th of this month for all businesses to have a CCTV on their property. We're giving him 96 hours to reverse course on that decision. The only people that can afford that CCTV are those who have captured Nigeria, like the contractor who was giving the Lagos Calabar Railroad Express. Those are the only people that can afford that. Like the Leventis motto, like the old John Holt, the all those road contractors like Julius Berger. Those are the only people that can afford what is mandatory us to do in Benin, in Edo State. So I am joining hands with the civil society organization who are calling for the suspension of that mandate that will take off in July. Let me give you a little bit of cost analysis on it. 2 cameras that will have a front and the back of a property cost 300,000 for the camera only. We're not talking about the solar, which runs in same amount of money if you are just installing a pole and battery and the panel and the converter. So we're not talking about the amount that it will cost to have it on cyberspace after it has been installed, the licensing and the upkeeping and the time it will take you to watch it. That's another time too. The responsibility of the government is the safety of property and human being of the government are on the hands of the government, not on individual business owners. I could have, and I want to say this, I could have say, yes, this is the most viable business since I've been back in Nigeria in the past year plus, and I could have just jumped into it and start working it so that I can make some money. But the point I'm making here is that I am a nation builder, not a person who is interested in stomach infrastructure. I am more interested in leaving a legacy behind when I'm no longer here than to say let me go get my fair share of the national cake, which is the mentality that is killing Nigerians time and over and again. So we are calling the civil society organization to help us to build or ask the government of the day to cancel or at least finance it themselves instead of putting the onus on us. Because it's the same concept of no more fuel subsidy. We're going to float the naira, and without thinking of the implications of it on the average Nigerian, and we are being put into that position again, over and again, over and again. Let us make this kind of information go via by subscribing. I want to first of all thank those who have subscribed so far. I want to define where we are currently at and where we're going to go from here. The idea was to have a 176 days to go in this election cycle before the presidential candidate of, as we speak currently, is going to be between Atiku, Obi, and Asiwaju. And I'm still hoping that Atiku and Obi will come up with a coalition. So I am on that roadmap of 176 days to go before the election. And I will continue to give information that I think would swerve a state like Edo State so that it goes into the hands of Peter Obi, irrespective of the fact that we just had what you call an election of the chairman where you saw the whole 18 local government has a chairman for APC. Don't let that swerve you. That is a by-election. Those are local election that you have people that you know on a one-to-one winning an election. But the general hunger, the general kidnapping, courtesan, corruption that is going on, that is eating everybody alive, would change the presidential candidate. And as we know it, at this point in time, Obi just tweeted about the WAEG change in policy by the federal government to drop that increase from 25,000 to 50,000. That's exactly what I'm calling for in this mandate that was passed onto the small, medium, and large businesses in Edo State to have closed circuit television to monitor their property, so that when the law enforcement comes in, they'll be able to know what or who and how they can be able to police it. I am for it. I can tell you this for sure. We are late to this game. It became order of the day after the September 11 debacle in the US. Before then, this technology we're talking about started in 1929. You know, that's 100 years ago. And we are now just thinking about that. We are so late that we are going to be able to catch up. But I want you to know that we are late, but we are not delayed. Please continue to subscribe because that's area where I'm rusty. And if you are watching a video like this, watch it from the beginning to the end. As I said, I could jump onto the bandwagon because everything fits into the right thing at the right peg. As a matter of fact, if you are thinking of jumping into a business that you think will help out, this might be the business I want you guys to join hands with me to help to see whether we can make this country to be safe. Especially when you look at it from the angle of what just happened in Oyo, that rescue all those people, and a lot of soldiers died, and a lot of people got killed, and the children were released. And we cannot allow this kind of crisis, to start going to waste. So let us join hands with me to see whether we can make Nigeria safe again, because the government are limited in what they can do, but they're not going to tell you that. So we need private-public partnership. My phone number is 234-70-336-27981. My email is azimi, azimikoko, 26@gmail.com. My landing page is azimikoko.com. And I want you guys to help me by doing subscription. We're going to make Nigeria work during our lifetime. It's a task that must be done. This is different from the Biafra War. I will be talking about the Biafra War in the next. No, thank you. Bye-bye. Love you. Bye-bye.